Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Lufia in the Fortress of Dew. Previously, we made a trip up to Sharon to investigate those monster rumors for ourselves, and upon arrival we learned that everybody in the village had been killed by, well, monsters, and that they were led by a man wearing a black cape who's not Sephiroth. So we then decided to return to Alekia and report our findings to the commander of the Knights, which turned out to be a monumental waste of time. But that's okay, because the game then treated us to a comical lover's quarrel between Kai and Lufia, where they ended up having make-up sex, and now everything's back to the way it was before. No, but like all good couples, they talk things out, and as a result, Lufia joined our party, so let's take a look at her. Now, Lufia is a pure mage, much in the same respect that Salon was in the intro. The only difference between her and Lufia is that Lufia actually learned some white magic to complement her array of offensive spells, so that's pretty nice. Gives her a little bit of utility and flexibility in combat. As far as equipment goes, she already came with a dress, so you can sell the one that Kai stole from her dresser earlier. And I picked up a dagger for her, and I gave her the bracelet that I told you guys to save for later. Now, as far as spells are concerned, she comes with Waken, which does what you think it does, and the Flash spell, which does not do what you think it does, Kai. I see you over there cheering and raising your sword thinking she's going to show you the goods. No. Flash is a single target lightning elemental spell which will one-shot pretty much anything for quite some time. And the best part is that it only costs 2 MP. Now you may have noticed that Kai also had learned the strong spell since last time, which is your basic healing spell. And as you can guess, he's going to function a lot like Maxim did in combat. Yeah, go Lufia. So against the spiders, you want to go with Flash, but against anything else, you just want to use her regular attack, because it's actually not that far behind the heroes, even though she's a mage-type character. Hey! Oh, that reminds me. Also, since last time, I gave the Mind Potion to Lufia to boost her intelligence a little bit, which will also increase her spell damage. And I also want to give her the Power Potion. 4 HP, not bad. I like to give those to whichever character has the least maximum HP at the time. And even though Lufia's a few levels behind Kai, she has 200 gold pieces and a potion, alright. Now, I'm pretty sure she's going to have less HP than Kai will, even when she catches up. Now, we could have came here earlier in the game, but I like to save it for when Lufia joins, because she joins at level 1, and this will be a good chance for her to close the gap between her and the hero a little bit. It's like grinding without grinding, if you will. Did she just beat that jelly with her shovel? Her weapon does not look like a staff, it looks more like a spade or a shovel to me, but anyways. You still want to hang on to those great potions for later as well. I have a plan for them, worry not, viewers. So today we're going to go back towards Sharon because we don't really have any other objective, really. Grilled newt. Awesome. That restores a very small amount of HP. Let's have Kai go for the mushrooms. One thing I would like to do in this LP is actually get into the habit of using my timer. I know that not last episode, but the one before was like 29 minutes. And that was partly due to cutscenes. Hey, who's that guy? Well, we'll come back to him in a minute. And partly due to my own inability to keep track of time while playing video games. What the? A dead end? Not so fast. Here we get a secret revive. Alright. It's basically a phoenix down in the game. Which is harder than you think when you're playing games. I mean, time just goes by so quickly. And I would like to keep the episodes between 17 and 20 minutes if I can. This game is not very long at all. I'd say it's maybe a little bit longer than Phantasy Star 4, but not quite as long as my last LP, so somewhere in between. I think like 15 to 17 minute episodes would be perfect. Hey, Lufia learned Shield, alright. That increases your magic defense. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, we heard about her back in Chatham. Yeah, it's dangerous to go alone. Yeah, I'm sure she's fine. Everyone else in the village was brutally murdered, but I'm sure your sister is just fine. Hey, thanks. Okay, so it turns out that we do have to return to Sharon. So yeah, I have my timer set for 15 minutes, and I'll try to keep an eye on that periodically, but my ultimate goal is to have that go off at 15 minutes, and then that would give me a chance to wrap up whatever it is we're doing at the time, and hopefully end the video in the 17 to 20 minute range. Let's go over here first and put this key to use. Not that I've had any complaints about the length of some of my videos, whether it's too long or too short, but I would like to do it for consistency's sake. What was that noise? I wonder. Well, let's take a look around. Now, if you tried coming here on our first visit to Sharon, these stairs over here to the right would not be here. So you have to wait until you get the key from that NPC in the cave. Hey, how's it going? No, we're actually here to rescue somebody named Lila. Yeah, we could leave you in here to stew for a while. Hey, doesn't matter if you're a king or a pauper. If you're being a douchebag, you deserve to be called out. Speaking of douchebags, I went to Burger King earlier to get some lunch, and I was waiting in line. Oh, there's Lila. Hey. And this guy comes up behind me, and he stands like literally an inch or two behind me in line, which is kind of rude if you ask me. You know, people have their personal space, and I didn't think, well, I thought something of it, but I didn't say anything to the guy. Remy, get down, I'm recording. You know better, get off the desk. Thank you. So, you know, I just mind my own business and keep waiting in line for my turn. But out of the corner of my eye, I noticed this guy keep looking over at me. But he never says anything. It's like he was expecting me to look at him and say something first. Up here we get a great potion, alright. And eventually the line moves up a little bit, and there's a gap between the person at the counter and the lady who is in front of me in line. And the guy looks over, and he lets out a very loud sigh and just kind of throws his hands up a little bit, and he's just acting like a total douche. And I look at him and I said, if you're really in such a hurry, then by all means go, take my spot in line. And he just kind of took a step back and looked at me like he was shocked, and some of the other people looked around too. I don't know if they were looking at me or him, but I just have no patience for people like that. But anyways, we have the king and Lila and a random handmaid in tow, so let's get the hell out of here. Uh-oh, danger music. Uh-oh, we're screwed. Oh, well, that's very cut and dry. What the? Gades? Alright, it's boss time against Gades, apparently. Well, this isn't so bad. We're doing quite well. I will destroy you and throw you into the wind. Oh, it's a shame my Vegeta voice isn't anywhere near as epic as it should be, but... Well, what the fuck? Yeah. You're not meant to win that battle. It's impossible. It's a scripted event. See, he even talks like Vegeta. Wow, even Gades is afraid of Lufia's angry face. But there's no way that could be Gades. He was killed 100 years ago. They're having their meeting, remember? Yeah, did you really expect anything else? Come on, Kai. That means the entire intro was a lie? Well, whether it truly was Gades or not, like all good villains, he has the ability to teleport away on a whim. Absolutely. Man, what's going on here? Yeah, he wrecked my ship pretty good, but we were doing okay at first. Well, yeah, I'm the hero. Besides, I have to get revenge. It's the most noble cause of all in any JRPG, and that's the message we want to teach our children. I like how the game introduces the villain to the game, though. I mean, we're only, what, an hour, maybe an hour and a half into the game, and we already have an objective. You know, we have somebody that came in, destroyed an entire kingdom, and established the son of a bitch must pay mentality, all within the first 2 hours of the game. You know, we're not sitting around 8 or 9 hours later wondering what the hell we're doing, or who the bad guy is. More games need to do that. They need to get to the point quickly. That way we have some kind of reason to keep playing the game instead of, oh, go kill 7 slimes and fix this bridge and I lost my puppy. But anyways, before we head out on our adventure, we need to go talk to Lila, as Kai mentioned. And this is kind of a bastard move on the game's part, because if you don't do this, you can't advance with the game. So, I'll just show you where she is. She's up here in the guest room that we were told no longer gets any use. I used to live in a place called Chatham County when I lived in Georgia. Let's talk to the king over here. See if he's humbled down a bit. Yeah, there you go. We didn't protect much of anything. Everyone's dead. They are. Okay, so now that we have Lila back in our party, we need to escort her back to, Chatham. It's a short enough walk. I'll just leave it on screen. on, we can make it. Yes. Oh, okay, so apparently our next destination is the town of Treck, so we can get some information on the Sinistrals. Alright, let's go. But before we do, we definitely want to take a rest at the inn here. Because this walk to Treck, although it's not very long, it could be the death of you in this game, Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. You will see why, viewers. Actually, I was going to show you what the Swing Wing does, but I actually want to walk, because I would like Lufia to be at level 5 before we get to Treck, if I can. But essentially what the Swing Wing does is it allows you to teleport to any town you've been to once before, just like a Wing of the Wyvern from the Dragon Quest games. But you can only use it on the world map. Wow, Lufia's really far behind. Ah, new enemies, earwigs. Nothing too special about those guys, but they do have quite a bit of HP. So we'll go with Flash. Yeah, Lufia's going to be spamming Flash pretty much every turn from this point on until we get to Treck. So that's why you want her to have maximum MP for this trip. Because some of the enemies here do not play around. But we are getting very lucky here. Yeah, just smash that lizard with your shovel, Lufia. Okay, 2 new enemies, Nettles and Baby Crabs. Alright, so let's have Kai work on that guy, and Lufia will flash one of those 2. Now the Baby Crab is probably the toughest monster in the game at this point. They have really high defense and a lot of HP, somewhere around 40. So even a flash spell from Lufia won't be enough to take them out. But it would be nice if I could have her take out the other 2, and then we'll just gang up on the crab at the end. Yeah, we gotta go with Flash, even though he's already weakened. Really good experience, though. I approve. There it is. Oh, this isn't so bad. Well, you can meet up with an enemy called Anemones, and their special ability is called Tentacle. And I've seen enough hentai to know what would happen if we let those tentacles get anywhere near Lufia. So you don't want to let that happen. No, actually, if they hit you with Tentacle, it will inflict the Confused status on you. And as you can guess, that could be very deadly to you at this point in the game. Especially if the hero is bitch-slapping Lufia for 20 points of damage every round. Oh, come on! I have 1 antidote, but we're like right outside of town. I'll just heal up and call it good. Come on. Ah. Just make it to the town, we'll be okay. Yeah, she's nowhere near level 5. Wow, those are some shitty stats. Yeah, 5 intelligence. There you go, Lufia. Show them how it's done. Alright, we made it to the town of Treck. But, can we find this individual who has information on the Sinistrals? Or will our hopes just die out, like the people of Sharon? Find out next time, but until then guys, as always, thank you for watching, I hope you have a good day, and take care.